Maybe you're just exhausted, or it was your boss who said something that pushed you over the edge. You've been thinking about sending the resignation email for months. But before you do, watch this video, because the job market in 2026 is not what it was several years ago. You might be making a grave mistake. On the surface, the US job market looks fine. Unemployment is technically low. Companies are still hiring. You've probably seen the headlines, but here's what those headlines don't tell you. The jobs that are being created are not the same jobs that are being cut. When a company fires 2,000 engineers, a lot of those roles are being restructured, downsized, or replaced by AI tools. Let's hear some real stories. Here are 2 Reddit posts. I've been unemployed since early last fall. Never in my life have I seen anything like this. I've gotten like 2 screener interviews. I started applying to server and receptionist positions. Still didn't hear back. Here's the second one. Take it from someone who was recently laid off with no notice. No matter how much you hate your job, do not quit without something else lined up. It's really as bad as they're saying in the job market, and I'm looking down the barrel of losing a whole lot in life if I don't land something ASAP. These threads get hundreds of replies where people say it's true. But how did we get into this mess? Let's find out. But before that, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Millennials grew up watching their parents work at the same company for 30 years and then get laid off anyway. They learned that no company guarantees anything. They can fire you in a split second. So millennials rejected that employment model. Instead, they switched jobs in an instant. The logic made sense. Change companies every 2 to 3 years. Negotiate a higher salary each time. Climb faster than you would by staying put. And for a while, in certain industries, this approach worked. But a few things have changed. Employers have figured it out. Many companies are filtering out candidates with too many short stints. They don't want to invest in training someone who's going to leave in 18 months. Gen Z took another approach. That's called quiet quitting. I'll stay, but I won't care. That's what it means. Doing exactly what you're obliged to do and nothing more. No staying late, no work on weekends. TikTok was full of clips promoting this idea.
Quiet quitting is this thing where I don't quit the job, but I basically will dial back my effort and give you the minimum.
And honestly, I get it. The pandemic shifted people's priorities. People realized they've been grinding for companies that would lay them off in an instant if needed. They saw influencers quit their 9-to-5 job and make millions on YouTube or TikTok. And once again, the companies found out about this approach. But instead of improving their corporate culture or workers' salaries, they started quiet firing, making people's jobs gradually worse, less interesting, more isolated, until the employees left on their own.
3 signs your company is quiet firing you.
Quiet firing is the opposite. It's when your employer wants you gone, but they don't want to actually fire you.
I got quiet fired. So I'm making this video so that you can see if you're being quiet fired, if you've got that suspicion. I'm going to tell you what happened to me.
Some people managed to leave on their terms with a nice severance package, feeling empowered, only to discover the job market I've just described. And look, that idea of leaving proudly isn't entirely wrong, but it was based on a very specific economic moment: relatively low unemployment, venture capital flying everywhere, and the creator economy exploding. That moment has passed. Gen Z and younger millennials are now entering the job market in a completely different environment. You've heard the phrase, "It's easier to find a job when you have a job." That's never been more true than right now. And one of the biggest problems is the competition. It's become brutal for any given role. This is a real job posting. Look at this number, more than 100 applicants within the first 24 hours. Now, Imagine you've just quit your job. You've got maybe 3 to 4 months of savings and you're applying confidently. But you're competing against hundreds of other people, many of whom are also unemployed, motivated, and qualified. This is the current reality. And that brings me to one more piece of this puzzle that I think is really underreported. ChatGPT broke recruiting, and I mean it. You can now use AI to generate a custom polished resume for any job posting in about 5 minutes. And people do that every single time. Now you're competing with 500 perfectly tailored resumes. Sure, many of those were sent by people who may have exaggerated their experience significantly, but AI covers it up beautifully. Recruiters and hiring managers are drowning in resumes. They can't tell which are real anymore and which aren't. They schedule call after call just to find out the candidates lack the experience necessary for that position. So they rely heavily on applicant tracking systems, which filter resumes based on keywords. And ironically, that favors AI-generated resumes even more. I've seen threads on Reddit where experienced professionals are getting 0 callbacks after sending hundreds of applications. Their authentic, honest resumes are getting buried under a flood of AI-optimized applications from people who are often far less qualified. Once again, the hiring process is broken. And if you quit your job expecting to land a new job within a month or two, the odds are not in your favor. So ditch the resignation letter. Your job, as frustrating as it might be right now, is giving you something incredibly valuable, a stable and predictable paycheck. So what I advise you to do, keep your current job and find a side hustle. The era we're living in has created lots of accessible ways to generate extra income that don't require learning a ton of new skills or a huge upfront investment or a lot of time. Side hustles have gotten a lot better than they used to be. Some of them are doable from your phone in the time you'd normally spend scrolling. If you're interested, we have a video about side hustles that are actually worth your time. Find the link here and in the description. So the main point I want to leave you with today is this: stay where you are, protect your income, and use the breathing room you have to build something on the side. Once that side income is real and gives you about $500 or $1,000 per month, then you'll be in a completely different position. You can leave on your terms, without feeling desperate, without walking into uncertainty. By the way, I'm curious to know, what are your predictions about the future of employment? Will it get better or worse? Share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.